You were listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. This episode is number 7, and we don't have a guest this week. Enjoy. Check diddly-lee!
Check diddly-lee.
All right, so we fucking just recorded for like almost 2 hours without arming my track, so we only got
it was just me.
Fat blast of Ryan S. no me.
Fat blast of Ryan S. That's gonna be our first T-shirt that we sell.
That and the Saggy Petitits one.
Saggy Petitits.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna be doing merch soon. We're gonna be doing banana hammocks, the whole fucking nine. Kind of merch that we would want to wear.
Yeah.
Diapers, banana hammocks, thongs, assless chaps.
What else could we do merch of? We should make
socks.
Our own mayo.
Mayo?
Mayonnaise, yeah.
We can make mayonnaise. And that's not a euphemism. We would actually make mayonnaise. And send it to people. Anyway, yeah, so we're back, dude.
Yeah, without guests.
We're gonna do this is the second time we're doing this intro.
Yep.
It feels weird, but
yeah, no.
It's okay. Yeah, so we don't have guests this week.
Nope.
Or an guest. We don't have a guest or guests. And it's good to be back.
Right.
Solo.
The
guests were great. We wanted to try something, see if we could be sort of like investigative journalists. You know? So have somebody there to criticize and make fun of.
This is just everything we're doing is basically a test run at this point until we find our flow. But
we just want to make it clear we have no idea what we're doing.
No.
But we're pretending like we do.
I feel like every time we meet up, we change what we want to do every single time.
Yeah, just in general with our lives.
Yeah.
Every time I see Ryan, he's like totally different.
Yep.
He's got like different piercings and face tats and different outfits on. This week he's wearing a latex suit. Shout out to Mason Tabor in the last episode. He talked about latex suits. No, he's wearing normal clothes. But yeah, we're doing this and we're seeing what works, we're seeing what doesn't. And your feedback, you the listener who's listening to this right now, means a lot to us, and it really helps us figure out sort of how to orient ourselves in this operation.
Yeah. So utilize our social medias, our Instagram.
Utilize our social medias, our bodies, our minds. However you see fit. Just send us questions. You know, we want to have like listener interaction. Like we want to be talking to you guys and hearing you guys. And I mean, you guy, I think there's only one of you listening to this, or girl. So you please send help. All right, so should we get into some topics?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let's do some news.
Oh yeah.
Right off the bat. So our goal is to become the sole provider of news in the world. We want to take down mainstream media and replace it with ourselves.
Yeah, and talk about the things that no one else is talking about.
Then the things that matter, because all the things that people are talking about don't matter.
No, they don't
at all.
No,
like none of it.
It's always just like one side or the other. But there's never really a means to the end. It's just constant fighting. So
no, it's like WWE. That's what the news is. Everybody puts on costumes and beats the shit out of each other.
Yes.
But not this fucking podcast. This podcast, we're getting to the meat and potatoes.
Oh, man.
So, first one. There's a Pennsylvania family.
That's it?
Yeah, there's a family in Pennsylvania. Next story. No, there's a family in Pennsylvania that built a candy pult to fling candy at unsuspecting trick-or-treaters as a way of doing it safely during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we got this information via our intelligence operator in Sudan, and he sent this our way. We were really impressed with it. So
is it gas powered, electric powered? What kind of catapult?
I think it's a jet engine.
Jet engine.
It just spools up and then fires candy at like Mach 4.
I would have just used a potato launcher.
Yeah, I would have just thrown it from my
t-shirt
porch.
gun. It just pegged kids as they were going by.
Yeah. No, but we think that's cool. I speak for both of us.
Yes, it's really cool.
And yeah, it's engineering and its ingenuity at its finest.
Yeah,
So.
I think that's how we should do most things because of the pandemic. We should just have catapults that launch.
Well, it's a very efficient way to get from point A to point B. I've always thought I would never be late from work for work if I were to catapult myself from my backyard straight into my place of
I feel like you need a
employment.
parachute if you're going to catapult.
Yeah, and
you
probably
know? Or a wingsuit.
like a wingsuit. Yeah, catapult and then glide into work through the window.
Yep.
Straight in.
Not even open, just break through the window.
Your boss is like, you can't keep doing this. We keep having to replace the window. No, and you would also have to wear like something like the Michelin Man suit.
Oh yeah.
Because if you hit something, you're gonna be fucked.
Just a suit that is
It's just full of
an airbag.
diapers. It's
Just wear
you're
diapers.
just covered in diapers.
Covered in diapers with a wingsuit.
Got a diaper over your head. It's your helmet, man. But yeah, catapults are dope. Trebuchets are dope. Trajectories are dope. So keep it up, Pennsylvania. All right, our next story. German man sets world record, and for a good reason this time. This German man modified his body 516 times. And he says he's not even finished. He says he didn't even finish yet. So that's not the first time we've heard that.
I can understand like plastic surgery maybe. But...
Well, let's see what he did. So he had tattoos, piercings, and subdermal implants. Which I guess he got. Does that mean he got tits
on his head?
Oh yeah, he did. Look at the picture. He's got two. I mean, those aren't even A cups, but they're on his forehead, so that's pretty impressive. Yeah, but he's got 516, and that's where the article ends.
That's it.
Yeah,
like, man, sets record 516.
So what do you think? Do you think he's trying to become a different species at this point?
I don't think that's the right way to go about it, but maybe.
Well, how would you go about altering your species? Your
artificial selection.
Oh fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I think. Well, okay. Here's another question. How could you be improved? Like physically.
All right. Well, this is gonna be a long episode.
You know what I mean? Like, do you use your pinkies that often?
Yeah, I do.
For what?
Music mostly.
Yeah.
Or card magic. A lot of pinky.
Prostate exams.
Just the pinky?
You freelance prostate exams. You make some
set up
money
a
on the
booth.
side. There's a sign in your front yard. Walk-ins welcome.
Oh my god.
Well, what else though? Card tricks. You do them with your pinkies?
And flourishes as well.
What's a flourish?
A flourish is basically like a juggling of cards.
Basically.
Basically.
It's a bakeksley.
It's a big exclusive.
Bakeksley, it's like...
Bakeksley, it's... A flourish is a card trick that's not a card trick. So
it's fucking fake.
It's not fake. It's kind of like if you just... Like when you fan out cards or shuffle them in a fancy
flourish.
manner. Yeah, it's a flourish.
Dude, I was actually playing some poker last night with some dudes.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
the whole time I was thinking, I was like, dude, if Ryan were here, this would be way better. Because he'd be able to do flourishes with his pinkies.
Nah.
And he'd give us all prostate exams at the same
That's
time.
the thing is, like, when I'm playing poker, I want to play poker. I don't
Right.
I don't want to, like, I could cheat, but it's difficult, especially if you're playing at, like...
you would like, count cards or what? How would you cheat?
No, that's blackjack. Poker is more about, like, stacking the deck and knowing where the cards are, but when I play, I usually play in a card room, so they have a dealer who deals the whole time.
So you do that. You are a dealer, but when you want to play, you don't deal. You do your own thing.
Yeah. Unless it's like a home game or something like with friends.
Are you ever like playing and then like silently in your head like judging the way the dealer is doing shit? Like,
no, not really,
like,
because
he's a fucking amateur.
Well, I have yet to actually play with a dealer that is not good.
Yeah.
Usually the worst thing I can complain about is like how slow they are.
Mm-hmm. And you do that loudly?
No, I don't.
God ahead.
I wish.
Just checking
No,
your
I
watch.
can't. I just yeah, right. Just like
Holy shit, buddy.
come on, guy.
But yeah.
Sometimes I will catch myself, like I'll see a stack of chips and I'll be like, oh, that's like $75, and he like breaks it down, and I want to be like, it's 75, but I don't say anything. It's 75.
Well, cool. So, how else could you be improved?
My attention span. That would definitely help. Yeah.
You just can't pay attention to anything?
I lose interest or I get distracted real easily.
Do you find yourself losing interest in the things you enjoy? This is a Viagra commercial.
Yeah, right. The things you used to enjoy, like just sex. Try Viagra.
No, I'm talking about sex. Try Viagra.
No, I mean, I have waves. Especially it was like I have like main things that I like in my life, like things that I'm passionate about, like music, magic, poker, cooking, and like I'll go prostate exams free in my place.
Hit me up.
So sometimes I'll focus on just one of them and then forget about the rest, and then I'll switch.
And you're talking about over like a
long
period of time. So yeah, I noticed the same thing with me too. Is like there are a number of things that I enjoy doing, but I might stop doing some of those things for like a long time,
like a few
and
months.
almost forget about them, and then I always come back to them and enjoy them just as much. So it's like, it's kind of this cycle, and I think it's kind of healthy too to get some time away from, if it's music, like letting it breathe a little bit, that sort of thing.
I wasn't that good at doing that at first, like the first few years of me playing music, but like now, compared to back then, I'll write a song, and once I get fed up with it, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna pretend this doesn't exist anymore. Come back and then be like, wow, this is great. Let's add this, and then boom, song's done.
I think just as important, like within the context of like a creative pursuit, just as important as like doing the thing is figuring out how you operate and how to like continue to do it in a healthy way where you're not going to burn yourself out, where you can like let yourself take breaks, or figure out how you operate where it's like, allowing yourself to be as productive as possible, I guess. And it's so trial and error.
It really is, and it's difficult. And like it's like I have a constant flow of the same 4 things that I like to do, but then I always venture off to something else, try something, really like it, and then fall off and go back. But it's very rare that I'll like find something that I'll keep and keep doing it. And it's just a trial of like figuring out how to get better at what you're doing, but also getting better as a person, so that way you're not me. If I like something, I'll get stuck in it for like ever, and I will not let it go, and I will become obsessive about it. But
you ever do that with women?
Not recently.
That's good. Yeah, no, I think for me, I could be improved. I could eliminate probably all of my body hair. I don't need that anymore.
Body hair,
then I could just slide through the ocean like a dolphin. and speaking of which, instead of feet, I could have flippers. That would be pretty dope.
So you just want to be a dolphin? Or
no, not necessarily. I
merman?
think I would want a hole in the back of my neck where I could breathe.
So you're like
I would want like a long snout. I would want to be the only mammal in the water. Slippery skin, that whole thing. Yeah, I do want to be a dolphin.
Yeah, I was like, this sounds like a dolphin.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't want to be a fucking dolphin.
They're pretty smart, though.
Yeah, but you're still a dolphin. You don't have rights. You're not a sovereign being.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, you know what? Dolphin rights.
Dolphin rights. Animal rights.
This podcast is now about dolphin rights. Have you considered dolphins recently? Then you're an asshole. Consider the dolphins.
Consider the dolphin. Hashtag consider the dolphin.
Put it on a t-shirt. Consider it. Put it on a t-shirt.
You gotta consider it, and then you gotta put it on a t-shirt. We gotta have my dad on here.
That is your dad.
That is
he
my
just
dad.
chimed in. He's been silent this whole time. He's like, I care about these.
Dolphins, I love them. You gotta consider it, put it on a t-shirt.
Basically.
Basically. I love you, Dad. And if you do listen to this, I don't know if you ever will, but, we just playing.
We would actually want to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be
We feel like you would blow all the guests out of the water. Holy shit, I should have said it like that. Yeah, no, we feel like you'd be better than all the guests, I guess is what I'm trying to say, which I shouldn't actually say that either.
We'll edit that out.
That's another t-shirt. We'll edit that out. We should just have that.
Yes.
And then have it like kind of blurry so it looks like we edited it out.
Yeah.
That's genius.
It is pretty genius.
I'm basically Kanye, I guess, with the Yeezy line. Except we'll call ours Reezy. We call it Reese's Pieces.
Reezy's.
We'll have shoes called Reezy's.
What would they even look like?
They're just flip-flops.
They're just
kind of go in between the toes.
And they come with a pair of socks.
They have the toe too.
Just
white
like
tube
a split.
socks.
Just white tube socks
with a split between the big toe and the next one. Yeah.
Oh, do you wear socks and sandals?
No. Well, okay. You know what? Hold on. Let me put an asterisk on that. I have a pair of slides that I wear around the house because I don't like wearing my outside shoes. I don't like dude. I can't do the between the toe. Last time I did that, I was like at the beach or some shit, and I wore them all day, and then they like rubbed the skin off of my toes.
I hate that shit.
And I was so mad, and I've honestly never recovered emotionally from that. So never doing that again. But I do wear my slides in the house, and from time to time I'll have socks on in them.
Yeah.
But I don't venture outside of the house.
I do sometimes.
Which is fine. Not judging.
No.
I just choose
it's
to
not.
not.
It's not like I choose to put on socks and sandals and then walk outside.
It happens incidentally.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I gotta run to the gas station and just.
So you're running in your socks and slides down the highway.
Yep. Across the highway.
Just your socks and your slides and nothing else. Everyone calls 911 immediately. Well, that's cool. That's a cool way to do it, I guess. Yeah. What were we talking about? Improving our bodies?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I would just
so
become
you
a dolphin.
Be a dolphin.
And then champion dolphin rights. Because think about it. If I became a dolphin, I would be by far the smartest dolphin. So immediately, big fish in a little pond or ocean.
Yeah.
You know, more accurately. So I could be the best.
What would make you smarter than a dolphin, though?
Trigonometry.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a good one. Know how to following a recipe. You know,
yeah.
Just know how to cook.
Just like traffic.
Well, there'd be so
laws.
much knowledge that you wouldn't be able to use while a dolphin, though.
Right, because it's not maritime law.
Yeah, or
I don't really know much. Actually, you know what? I'd be very ill-equipped to be a dolphin because I know nothing about the ocean, except that it's scary.
It is. Dude, I think aliens are in the ocean. If we're gonna find aliens, I think they might be in the ocean.
You think that's where they live?
Yeah, because there's so much ocean and
so little time.
so much ocean.
You know
so
what?
Little
James
time.
Cameron went down there though.
Yeah, he did.
He's got all the secrets, and he's not gonna fucking share them because he's James Cameron.
Of course not.
Fucking James Cameron.
I love to hate him.
He sank the Titanic. The Titanic.
The Titanic.
That's gonna be a rough one. All right, let's move on to the next one. And we'll tie a bow on that by saying dolphin rights.
Dolphin rights.
Consider them. Okay. What's that? Oh, God. Okay, so... okay. Our final story on our newsreel today. Walmart store evacuated when skunk wanders inside. So there was a Walmart store in Oklahoma that was evacuated and temporarily closed after a skunk wandered in the men's shoe department.
He was just trying to get some kicks, man.
He's trying to get the new Jordans, dude. At Walmart.
At Walmart, no.
Officials at the store in Edmond had the business evacuated and temporarily closed Thursday morning while waiting for a wildlife wrangler to arrive and capture the animal.
You know what? That's going to be my new profession.
Wildlife wrangler?
I want to be a wildlife wrangler.
Dude, I feel like a wildlife wrangler is just a dude who posts on Craigslist. He's like, yo, dude, I'll come get you.
He just has
animal.
a van with like a sticker slapped on the side that says wildlife wrangler. And just people don't even know.
Socks with sandals.
Socks
cargo
with sandals,
shorts.
cargo shorts.
What up, dude?
Fucking wife beater. I'm here to wrangle.
Skunk. He's got like the thing with the net on the end of it.
This is some dude who just got lucky and just decided he was going to do
That's
something.
That's the luckiest man in the world.
Yeah. Just like someone he knew used him and he was successful.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hey, you got a snake in the house? I know a guy. He wrangles wildlife. Let me give you his number.
Dude, I think what actually happened in the story, if I'm reading between the lines, is that some kid walked in with weed in his pocket, and the fucking the employee was like, "Is there a skunk in here?" He's like, "Yeah, it's over there
in the men's shoe department." That's why it's so precise.
And they were like, "Oh shit!" And all the employees converged on the men's shoe department to investigate, and he dipped. So, moral of the story: that's the smartest kid in the world, and he has a future in politics.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
What about the wildlife wrangler? Did he get anything?
It says here that he was killed. So, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Wrangler.
No, just kidding. But they did say that the Walmart store was reopened.
Well, that's good.
So Walmart lives to see another day. Support small business. Fucking, you know what, everybody? Since we're already talking about dolphin rights, let's talk about small business. Small businesses are suffering.
They are.
And in order to make them not suffer, what we need to do is we need to take action. So you can do this in two ways.
Okay.
Go to your local businesses and throw money in the air. Do that first. That's the most direct way to help. The second way to help is go to all your big box stores, your Best Buys, your Walmarts, your Targets, and just throw skunks in there and wreak havoc and make it reek.
Just walk in with a pocket full of weed and just say there's a skunk in the men's shoe department.
and then the whole store will fucking devolve into chaos, and we will topple the corporations that have controlled this country for far too long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this podcast is now about political movements and social movements. Yeah. Ryan just slammed his face into the mic because he felt so passionate about it. I'm sure you all heard that.
Yes, that was my face.
Yeah, that was his passion. It's a fat blast of passion. All right, cool. That's the news for today. You guys are enlightened, and you can go and feel superior than everybody else because you know what's going on in the world, and you know about the important shit.
Yeah,
we don't fuck around with the trivial shit. Triviality, no bueno. Not my cup of tea.
Nope.
All right, cool. Well, Ryan, let's hear some of your topics, huh?
Hey, some of my topics. I was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah, here, lay it on me. Blast me.
If you could change, or if you could add something into what they teach in school these days, that would be very helpful that you didn't have now, what would it be?
Trigonometry? No, okay, I'm going to answer this seriously. I think that they should teach personal finance.
That would, dude, that is probably one of the things. Or just like credit, something.
Even what a fucking loan is.
Yeah. Or just how to manage money or use
basic
a bank.
Life skills.
Write a check.
Yeah.
Like, I had home ec, but I think my class was the last to have it, and then they kind of just wiped it out.
Yeah.
We had I learned how to sew a stuffed animal and like cook eggs and all this stuff. Yeah, that was.
No wonder you're so domestic.
I know, right? But there's a lot of information that they give you but don't give context to. Like since I started gardening recently, I've realized that they taught us about like the whole potato in the water and it sprouts out. But they're
the what? The potato in the water and it sprouts out?
Yeah, like you can put a potato in a cup of water.
Know that.
You didn't do that in high school or middle school?
No, dude, we didn't.
All right, so
I didn't learn basic
you basically
life
just
skills.
take a potato and put it in a cup of water and have some toothpicks in it.
Okay.
And then you just let it sit there for a few weeks, and then it starts sprouting out the spuds and stuff.
And this is how you be an adult?
It was a science project.
Oh, wait, right. I thought you take the potato and you put the electrical things in it.
That's another one, too.
And then you're like, it's alive!
But I think it was like for fucking biology or something. So basically you had it sprout out, so it turns into like a plant, just the potato itself. And then they just graded us, and that was it. They never told us that we could
They graded you on how big your plant was?
Well, like, how you did it and how sprouted
it was. How big was your plant?
I don't know.
Did you have plant envy?
No.
That's good.
But they never said, hey, when it's done, go put it in the ground. And you'll have potatoes. They never told us.
Dude, when I'm done, put me in the ground. Shout out to death.
I want a Viking funeral.
Is that where they put you out in the ocean and light you on fire?
Yeah.
I want to do that, but on land.
Just put you on a piece of wood with like
put me in a a Fiat 500.
For some reason, I knew you were going to say a Fiat. I don't know why, but in my head, I was like,
that's where I pulled from. And put me in a Fiat 500, shift it into drive, and then sort of ghost ride it into a volcano. Put me in the driver's seat. And don't cry because I'm happy. So
just have your one arm out the window with the thumbs up the whole time, just like
rigor mortis. Make sure before I fucking go cold that you pull my thumb up so that I freeze that way.
Yeah.
Put
that on the hospital bracelet.
Yeah. Do not resuscitate or whatever.
Do not resuscitate.
and then please thumbs up this hand.
Resuscitate.
Don't resuscitate. Resuscitate. Today, Junior. Okay.
I knew you were going to say that too.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
How do you know what I'm going to say? I think Ryan's God.
No, I am far from it, dude.
You don't know that.
I would be a god of something, but I wouldn't be.
What would you be the god of? Oh, that
destruction.
All that is evil.
No, just destruction. Not evil. It can be good or bad. Just.
Dude, I would be the god of baked lays.
Baked. I love baked lays potato
What?
chips, dude. Yeah.
I was trying to think of the worst thing that's ever been created. So let's talk about this. Let's just change each other's minds, all right?
I don't know if I want to change your mind.
Because you like being in on the thing.
No,
and
I
not
just
having
don't
anyone
think,
else enjoy it.
Unless it's for the benefit of the person or the greater good. I don't think it's. I don't care for changing.
What do you
people's
like?
minds.
What do you like about baked lays? Let's start there.
I think I don't like normal lays because they're too thin for me. I guess
And the baked ones are thicker.
Yeah.
So you're more of a thick guy. You like
Yeah.
girth.
I like.
You like substance.
I like substance.
Okay, cool.
I like a little meat with my mashed potatoes. If you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
All right, good. You smell it?
Yeah, it doesn't smell. It kind of smells like skunk. I have to call the fucking wildlife wrangler.
Nah, this is the weed in my pocket, dude.
All right. What the fuck were we talking about?
School. Teaching
School
things.
sucks. Don't go.
Don't go.
Do drugs. PSA.
PSA.
Just kidding. Don't do those things.
Don't do school. Don't do drugs.
Don't do school or drugs. Do nothing. Sit in your room and meditate for 40 years. Become Buddha. And then, what did Buddha do?
I don't know.
What do you think Buddha had other hobbies besides being a fucking Buddha?
From what I know,
From what I remember of my time with Buddha.
Welcome back to my time with Buddha.
Becoming Buddha.
I used to be into Buddhism a little bit.
You used to want to be a Buddha?
No, I just like the idea of it. It's the only religion that I
What do you like about Buddhism?
It's mostly about being a better person. Like, it's about taking care of yourself.
So you decided eventually you didn't want to be a better person, so that's why you're not into it anymore.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
No, I started looking into Buddhism because my anxiety levels were through the roof.
Yeah.
And there was a monastery not too far from where I lived back in New York. So
Really?
my buddies would take me there, and they made me smoke a bunch of weed.
Against your will? They would drag you down
they
there?
just tied me
Your
up,
fucking socks
put a
and slides.
joint in my mouth. Here, smoke this.
You have to go, brother.
No,
It's Hulk Hogan.
Hey, brother.
Bro, I'm taking you to fucking Buddhist school, brother.
Buddhist school.
You're going to become Buddha.
But no,
Yep.
my friends were like, here, smoke some weed, go to the Buddhist monastery, and your
What
anxiety
you
will
were
go
freaking
away.
out about?
Yeah, no, well, a lot of
lot?
stuff. Just my anxiety was so bad that I didn't leave the house for like a month.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, I just stuck inside.
Yeah.
My friend's like, yeah, let's just go.
Is it like existential angst sort of thing?
Yeah, well, it's
I don't know about angst.
I don't know.
But just like, is it overall feeling of like anxiety? Like
Yeah.
general anxiety, I guess.
All the anxieties
Yeah.
I have.
I get pretty bad anxiety. I get social anxiety for sure.
Me too.
Around people I don't know.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Like, you're sitting in a group of people, and like, first of all, like the first few minutes of the conversation's like cool, and you're a part of it, and then you start slowly slipping back, and
Yeah.
then you see everyone's talking, and you're the only one not talking to anyone. Yep. And then they all look at you, and they're like, "Oh fuck."
That's when you just sort of like slowly slide down in your chair until you're underneath the table.
Yeah, basically.
And then you curl up into the fetal position and then hope that it all goes away.
Yeah.
That's how I found that. That's the best way to deal with it.
I just got to stay distracted. Like, that's the one thing that I've noticed. And sometimes that means, like, tapping or moving.
Yeah.
People are like, yeah, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
You're just, like, fucking furiously tapping. You okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm just having anxiety.
This is how I handle it.
You sure you don't have...
Are you sure you're handling it? No, I always find the source of my social anxiety is that I'm gonna like say something dumb or like say like what I'm gonna say is gonna come off as like weird or something.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Because like I don't know, I'm always like trying to anticipate the next thing and like have the thing to say and like it's always like it's coming from a place of like self-criticism, like, oh fuck, like you're gonna sound like a dumbass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found the best way to deal with it is one, interact with people more.
Yeah.
Just in general, like I've definitely done like stayed in my house for too long, and then I'll go to the grocery store and I'm like, what are all these things walking around?
Yeah.
I don't know how to relate to any of this.
It's weird. Like I have a love-hate relationship with people.
Yeah.
Like it's like I hate people as a whole, but I love people as individuals.
Which
like,
and when that's
weird.
Well, and it's almost like I don't know. Like people, there's like it's a different entity. Like when you're dealing with an individual versus like a group of people, or like because like you get like group mentality and like mob mentality, group think, whatever.
I hate that.
Yeah, which sucks. So it's not just a thing of like it's not some sort of I don't know inconsistency. Like there are differences that happen. But yeah, I think it helps to sort of like see each person's humanity and like and focus in terms of like social interaction, like focusing on the other person and like thinking about really like listening to what they have to say, not getting in your head and like just
sometimes I'm like, God, I fucking hate this person. I don't know them, but I fucking hate them. And then sometimes I'll see someone that I don't know and be like, I feel really bad for this person. Like I want to walk up to them and be like, are you okay? Is your life good? Like do you need $5? Like,
and the guy's like, dude, I'm fine, thanks. I'm actually doing really well. Fuck you.
I'm just in my PJs. I just woke up.
Socks and slides, man. This is what I wear. Fuck you.
I just assumed that you were, not doing so well.
Just the way that you looked, I assumed that you were having a rough time.
You were in gray sweatpants, slides with socks, and fucking just
mustard stains all over your clothes.
All the white t-shirt.
Diaper on your head. So anyway, yeah. I don't know, man. Life's weird and it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And just when it starts to make sense, it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, I feel like just when I'm like, you know what? I'm getting a handle of this whole thing.
Just like recently, like I was sitting there one day, like maybe a few days ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm pretty content with what's going on into my life. I mean, there's some things that are a little, but like I'm finally finding a wave of happiness. And then all of a sudden my car gets towed.
Oh.
And then I'm like,
just a punch to the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it happens, man.
You can't be happy forever. You know?
Well, that's
true.
True.
I don't mean like forever as like you're never going to be happy again. I just mean like you're not going to always consistently be happy.
Right. And I think like as time's gone on, I've like begun to see like when I might be having like a rough time, what might be considered like a depressive episode. I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be over at some point. Whereas like early on, each one felt
like, this is forever.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is going to be the rest of my life. And then, you get older and you're like, okay, it's going to be over.
Yeah.
At some point.
Like just looking back, like whoever's listening, doesn't matter how old you are, but from the moment that you're listening to this to the moment you can remember something going bad in your life, just how many times has it happened? And you're still here.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not be happy now, but if you are, it's just always ups and downs.
Yeah.
And you survived it. Like when I had panic attacks, I always used to think I was dying. I was like, dude, call an ambulance. I'm checking my pulse. I'm not doing so good. But then like after a while, I'm like, you know what? How many of these have I actually survived? Like, and then my brain switches and is like, well, this might be the one where you finally die. And I'm like, no.
This is the one to end all ones, dude.
Yeah. It's like when you smoke too much weed and you think you're going to die. You're like, how many people have died from smoking weed? And then I'm like,
thousands. Millions. Yeah, you have to bring logic into the equation sometimes. And just like in general, if something like, acute, like a panic attack, but even if it's just like you're going through a rough time, just like, you kind of go easy on yourself, like let yourself feel what you're feeling and not judge what you're feeling, because that compounds the issue if
it
you're
does.
Like judging the way that you're feeling.
Recently I've noticed that because I hated feeling those things and I never wanted to live through them. I just wanted them to be over, so I would suppress them.
Which is resistance.
It's so bad.
And resisting, and that's a huge thing, is resisting anything in life is just going to make it worse. Like things that you can't control, you just got to like give way to them and, you know, do what you can to like handle them and stuff. But like there's, you know, trying to control the uncontrollable is like insanity, right? So
yeah,
like,
it really is.
Making that distinction and then saying, I'm going to let these things go if I can't control them, like that's just, you're doing yourself a big favor.
I'm just trying to put those things away that obviously they're not going to go away. You just have to accept them, know that you live through them, and then work on the next thing. But just suppressing them causes more of those things to happen.
Right.
So it's just not worth fighting.
Nope. Wow, that's free therapy, guys.
Yeah, free therapy right now.
Please send us money for your free therapy.
Donation. We'll just say donation.
Yeah, I mean donate.
Donate for your free therapy.
Suggested donation
like
of $200
like
an hour.
TurboTax is free, but it's never fucking free.
Nothing's free. What do they say? If it's free, you're the thing that's being sold.
Yep. Well, that makes fucking perfect sense.
Yeah. Think about that one, guys. I want you to think about dolphins' rights. I want you to think about small business. And I want you to think about what I just said, which I can't even remember what it was, to be honest.
If something's free, then you're the one being sold.
You know what I noticed?
What?
So I like listen to the...
I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't get heard, but it's like clunk, clunk, clunk.
I was listening to the last episode, editing it, and, well, not editing, because we don't edit anything out. Let me just make that clear. We've never edited anything out.
Except for we're going to make a t-shirt that says,
we're going to edit that out. But I was listening back to it, and I found myself hearing myself talk and sort of being able to dissociate from it, being like, okay, that's just a person in a podcast. But then like judging what I was saying and being like, oh, I would have said that.
Yeah, so that happens to me, dude. I'll be listening to like when we first release an episode, I'll release it because like I want to listen to it. And I always listen to it a few times just to remember what I said, like how I acted, if I could improve on something.
Right.
And I'll make a joke while I'm listening to the podcast. And I'm like, damn it, I should have said that.
That's a better joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, why didn't I say this? Or that didn't have to end. We could have kept going on that topic.
Exactly. But when you're in the moment right here, it's a completely different dynamic.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's insane.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm coming up with responses to what you're saying. And you're doing the same thing. So it's like this ball that you're bouncing back and forth. And it's totally different from just sitting and listening to the recording and having no stress, just be like letting the thing happen.
Yeah.
And you can be the judge and just be like, oh, no, this is better than that. And you know what the funny thing is? I used to listen to podcasts and have that sort of like judgmental mentality.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I would have made a funnier joke there. And I would think of the joke.
Yeah.
And then I found myself doing it to my own podcast. So I'm like, no, this is, you
No,
can't do that.
No,
like,
you
that's,
can't.
You
like,
just,
not in the moment.
No.
There's no way. I mean, maybe if you practice and...
if you script it,
Yeah,
but
that's
this
the
is
only-
all, this is unscripted. Dude.
I don't want to script anything.
This is all natural.
Because I find myself saying the funniest things when I'm just saying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of it is just bullshit, but then there's that one
You're like, where
golden
the
nugget.
fuck did that come from? Yeah.
That might be the best thing I've ever said in my life. Usually it's when we're not doing the podcast.
Yeah. As soon as we stop the recording.
Yeah.
Or, for instance, in this case, it was when we fucking started the recording, but my mic wasn't armed. So we had like
It was just
a
me
really
laughing
good
at nothing.
intro. Yeah. And nothing to show for it. But you know what, guys? To go along with the theme of the episode, you roll with the punches. So we had that little minor hiccup in the beginning, and we said we're not going to let that ruin the episode.
Yeah.
We are going to ruin the episode with our fucking horrible attempts at comedy and rights.
Rights.
We're going to ruin it. So you want to talk about some topics? You got some topics? Some topics?
You got some topics?
Basically.
Basically.
What was it?
Dude,
bakeksley? Bakeksley?
Bakeksley? I don't, man, fuck.
You okay, dude?
It's my condition. No, I always have this thing. I've never, I don't know. Usually when there's I think something's wrong with me, I don't really get it checked out unless it's like a health issue. Mm-hmm. But I may be dyslexic, Or
you think so? This is a new realization for you?
Well, I've always had problems with like slurring my words or combining
but that doesn't
words.
have anything to do with dyslexia.
I know, but the thing
talking.
is, when I read stuff, I read it completely wrong. So
that's just hard though.
Yeah,
Reading out loud is hard.
Yeah, it is. I used to have this problem in school whenever it was my turn to read out loud. I didn't want people to look at me when I was reading, so I'd like put my face in the book
so no one could hear you.
Yeah, and I would just read. But the worst part is I was like leaning down and I would drool as I started reading, and then like in the middle of a sentence be like, dude, and then I was like, fuck.
People definitely thought you had a condition. Damn, man. So basically,
when the settlers came. When Christopher Columbus ruined America.
Dude, I hated getting called on in class.
Dude, me too. Unless it was something that I knew. Like something I was confident about.
Destruction.
Like in health class when we talked about drugs.
I know this. 28 grams in an ounce. It's like, no, we're talking about generic prescription drugs.
Yeah.
School.
Oh,
we started talking about school again. Fuck school, man.
Yeah.
School is just brainwashing, man.
I hate the concept of homework. I hated it.
Yeah.
I failed 5th grade because of it.
Because were you trying to make a point?
I don't think I was intentionally trying to, but I never did my homework.
Yeah.
But I would like pass every test.
That was just 5th grade, so what happened after that?
I had to start doing homework.
Because you gave up the fight. Yeah, you're like, this is not the hill I'm going to die on.
Like, no, all my friends are in a grade ahead of me now. I don't even get to sit with them. So
yeah,
I have no friends now. I have to make friends with these people who are
I've been in the 5th grade for 5 years now. Like, I gotta fucking figure this homework thing out. I'm 40 years old.
Just stuck in 5th grade because you never do your homework.
Yeah, but you're making a point though, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Man,
we could all aspire to be like you.
No, I would not suggest that. Don't. I mean, there's some cool things about my life.
Let's talk about the cool things. Come on, let's hear it. You're a funny guy. You got a podcast.
Okay. I'm an idiot.
You're good at cooking.
Yes,
You're creative.
Cooking. Yes, and I think my dad is a big influence on the cooking and just like the cool stuff about my life, like him being an immigrant from Colombia. Just like hearing stories from him, and stuff that he's done, and like going to Colombia with him and like seeing the town he grew up in. That's a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I haven't been back in a really long time. But yeah, everything else is just kind of a shit show.
Yeah,
going to Colombia, playing in a band that toured, doing magic, and everything else is just
that's
a
clusterfuck
of.
Yeah, but you're doing shit. You're the wheels are turning. You know.
Yeah.
You're getting after it. You're exploring things that you are interested in, and that's what life is about. You know?
Yeah, and like I always want to do something, like no matter what it is, I want to try at least everything that I think is interesting. Yeah. Like I learned how to stack dice, which is like this weird thing where you just take a bunch of dice in a cup and you just like move the cup back and forth really fast, and then like pick up the dice, and they roll inside the cup. And you just keep picking up dice, and you just keep the momentum, and then stop it suddenly, and all the dice will be stacked on top of each other.
Wow.
I practiced that for 2 months, did it perfectly once, and then never did it again.
But you did it, though.
I know. It's like, I just want to learn how these things work.
Dude, that was like last night. I was hanging out with a couple friends.
Yeah.
And we were talking about what we should do. And we decided that we were going to fry popcorn.
Fry popcorn.
So we wanted to take popcorn, bread it, and then fry it.
How did you do it?
Yep.
How did it turn out?
It wasn't good, but we did it, and that's my point.
Yeah.
We thought of something. We thought it was compelling. We went after it, and it didn't kind of happen the way that we wanted it to. I think it needed a little bit more seasoning, to be honest. But the thing is, like, when you eat something fried, the outside, the fried part's good, but you also kind of want a reward in the middle.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you eat the popcorn, there's like no reward. It tastes like you're eating like fried air. Basically.
The most rewarding deep fried thing would probably be deep fried Oreos, I feel like.
So we did those too.
Oh,
and they were
deep fried
fucking
Oreos.
good. Yeah. So.
Did you have
I'm gonna die of a heart attack.
Dude, fried foods is one of the things I can't stay away from.
Fried foods?
Yeah. I even like fried vegetables, like fried Brussels sprouts.
Fried okra?
Fried okra is good.
It's good.
Dude, fried foods, I'll never be able to get rid of.
Well, you're in the right region of the country.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Texas. They deep fry everything.
Austin, California.
Austin, California. They deep fry everything.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Frying is good.
Yeah. Did you have a friend in your friend group that was the guy who would eat anything?
There was a guy,
or in school
friend group, and friend group is kind of a loose term, but this guy would snort anything. So I remember one time we were at Cece's and he snorted the salt off the table, and then we got kicked out. And that guy does construction now, so
he's definitely
hopefully he didn't
cocaine.
build your home.
I hope not.
Just snorting the sawdust. He's like, man, we're doing a good job here, aren't we, boys?
No, I've
gotta get that drip going.
I've snorted
that spruce drip.
Spruce.
They build houses out of spruce, right? Spruce.
I hope so.
Spruce Springsteen.
Spruce Springsteen. Dude,
Just a tree.
I'm gonna grow a tree and name him Spruce Springsteen. Dude, so I started gardening and I found that I only name plants that I'm not gonna consume.
That's good.
So
that's like, would you name a pig that you're gonna chop up?
Knowing me, I would name it and then I would never chop it up.
You're like, I can't chop up Toby. Toby's the man, bro.
Dude, I love Toby.
Toby's chill as fuck, dude.
He's out there playing his own shit, dude. He doesn't give a fuck about life.
We can
He
all
just
take
wants me to
something from
feed.
that.
He just wants me to feed him my scraps and just playing his own shit, dude. He's the chillest motherfucker I know.
Yeah, why would I chop him up?
What did he do to me?
Nothing. And so I also want to talk about that. Animal rights. What did they ever do to you?
Yeah. So I used to work with this guy who was like insanely vegan, and
What is that? He was like militant. He's like going into fucking Burger King and just like throwing tear gas.
No, but like, all right, he's the like vegans. I love them but hate them at the same time.
Okay.
Because I understand, but it's just a system that we've created that is not going anywhere anytime soon. Because
the meat.
Yeah, the meat industry. And like, if there is a lot of ways to make sustainable food that isn't meat now, and I love it. And anytime a restaurant has it, I will try it, and if I like it, then I will continue to eat it. But he said something to me that like always stuck to me. He's like, well, I think it was about honeybees. He was like, don't eat honey. And I was like, well, why not? It's like, did you ask permission? Like, did they give you permission to do that? And I'm like,
yeah, they worked hard on that honey.
Yeah, imagine that. Just doing something, someone just come kicking your roof off of your fucking house and just reaching into your living room and taking your TV and be like, thanks.
Taking my TV, I'd be pissed. Dude, I honestly, with the whole vegan thing, like, I think all the arguments for it are totally, like, fair and reasonable. And I would do it if I had self-control.
That's the other thing. It's like, we grew up eating meat, and I mean, I guess it's in our DNA to eat meat. So.
The biggest thing for me, like the sort of most eye-opening thought exercise was like, I could never slaughter an animal.
Yeah, I would never be.
I remember I went dove hunting with a group of guys one time, and I couldn't do it. I was like, that's all you.
A long time ago, when I was a kid, I had a BB gun and I shot a bird.
Yeah,
and like, after that moment, I shot it. It didn't die, and it was just sitting there like it couldn't fly anymore. And I literally just started crying. I was like, "What the fuck did I do? This poor like." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Mom, I need to take care of this bird." And she's like, "What happened to it?" I was like, "I fucking shot it."
Somebody shot it. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, it wasn't
You're
me.
holding a BB gun.
Yeah, I'm holding my BB gun in the bird. Someone shot this bird. We need to help it.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I have more compassion for animals than I do humans sometimes.
Well, because they don't have self-awareness. They don't know how to hurt people. That's the thing. The thing that makes people malicious is the fact that they know how to hurt other people.
And working with dogs, like, people don't understand. Like, most of the time when a dog's doing something, it's scared. It's for its own protection. It's
100%.
It doesn't want to hurt you. Yeah. Like, I've met a bunch of dogs and they were really standoffish, and like a few of them bit me, but after being resilient and showing them that I wasn't going to hurt them, they became like my best friends. Yeah. And it's like that dog attacked me because it was scared. Why would I kill that dog? Yeah. And that's like one thing, like when a dog attacks a person or something, or another dog, they just kill it. It's like, okay.
And it's like, think about being an animal who cannot communicate with a person.
Yeah.
And you know there are people in the world that want to do harm and want to kill things. And so as an animal, how do you know what kind of human you're dealing with? Like you kind of just have to go off body language, or just like, I mean, I don't know how a fucking animal thinks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, the just for an animal to just be like, you know, skeptical as a default is like totally understandable
And
to me.
that goes back to the skunk thing. Like skunks, like people are so scared of skunks, but they're actually really lovable animals. Like, I believe my grandparents or my great grandparents had them as pets. They're basically just like, they have the personality of cats.
Yeah.
It's just that they smell.
Yeah.
And then people like kill them when they're in their trash.
Like, oh, stinky.
Oh, stinky guy. It's like, if that was the case, Austin wouldn't have any homeless people.
Yeah.
You know? Just, oh, it's digging through our trash and it smells. Kill it. I'm just saying, like, it's fucked up. It's almost the same exact thing. It's like they're just looking for food. It's like you're going to the grocery store looking for food and someone just, well, that's very American, actually.
Yeah.
Just shoot up a place.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry.
This is really taking the downward trajectory.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm just getting into it.
It's
like,
okay.
Fuck America. Everyone's stupid.
And I will counter that with I love America, and so I still think everyone's stupid. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I don't know. I want everyone to be happy, and I want everyone to be seen as equal in terms of rights.
At the end of the day,
these are really groundbreaking ideas.
I know,
here.
right? At the end of the day, as a whole, I also like, I want everyone to be a good person and have a good life. It's impossible. There's no way to do it, but there's people out there that are just not good people.
Dude, we seek the same things.
We all, and that's one thing that I've noticed about, like, if I want to try to relate to a person, or like just make a human connection, like, because sometimes I'll be pissed off at someone, be like, fucking hate that piece of shit.
You've already said that on this episode, so I feel
I know.
It happens.
It happens often.
This is you have a lot of rage built up in you.
Yeah, I do. But it's like the easiest way to do it is just be like, they're a person.
Yeah.
They have dreams. They have aspirations. They have goals. Some goals they haven't been able to achieve. Some goals they have. They've had some stuff happen to them in their life that changed their life drastically. And like once you just start like relating that to your own life, that's when you start to like realize that they're human. But it's always so easy to just get mad and be like,
and
fuck
it's also
that person.
once you make the realization, you have the realization where it's like a lot of things that people do that might come off as like confusing or off-putting, or like often to just like compensate for insecurity. There might be something that happened to that person in their life where they were hurt or traumatized in a way that like they go about life in like a very different way, and you might be confused by their reaction to something, or like, you know, you might have your feelings hurt because they reacted a certain way, but it's like that's the information that person has received in their life of like, this is how the world is, and that's how they see it, and it's sad, you know.
Yeah, like once I start relating to them, I just start getting, like, I feel bad for that person.
Yeah, and that's the thing. All you have to do is just take that extra moment to like think about, like, empathize, and like remove yourself from your emotional, like the emotional. You gotta
get comfortable with those emotions.
You have to like breathe and be like, okay, wait, like, what might this person be thinking? What are their motivations? They're not like, most of the time, if you feel like you've been wronged, the person's not doing that on purpose. Certainly there are people that like to fuck people over. Yeah. But oftentimes, like, when you feel like someone's fucking you over, it's not on purpose. It's not, they're doing it out of negligence, which, you know, figure your shit out and pay attention. Yeah. But at the same time,
I do that a lot, like, because I often forget or get stuck in my own head. Yeah. And, like, I always forget important dates. Like, oh, someone's birthday, or this is the day this is supposed to happen. Yeah. It's like, I get so trapped in my own life and in my own head that I just sometimes, not purposely, I'm just kind of selfish in a sense where, like, I'm so caught up in my own problems that I forget other people exist, and I end up hurting a few people. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is my fault, but it's not.
It's like, not my fault, dude.
It's not my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, nothing's my fault.
Nothing's my fault.
I've never done anything wrong, so. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Life's fucking weird.
It is. It is, man. We're all just trying to figure it out.
We're all trying to figure it out. We're all trying to connect. We're all trying to fulfill our destinies.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we all want the same thing.
Cake.
That does sound really good, though.
Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck.
What kind of cake?
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal cake? Like an oatmeal? Like
yeah, oatmeal cake.
An oat cake? What are you, a fucking horse? Got some oat cake.
Oatmeal and hay.
Oat cakes, sugar cubes, hay.
Carrots. The whole nine.
The whole nine.
The whole nine, brother.
Skid Diddley, the fastest gunslinger in the West.
Did we tell the story on the podcast of where that came from?
We told the Skiddly Diddly story.
Okay.
But
Maybe we should revamp it.
We should.
Because I feel like most people probably started listening after we told that story.
Yeah. Our second episode is like the least plays. It has like 20 plays or something.
And you know what? That's the best one. So you guys are missing out.
The avant-garde one. It's a little abstract.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a foray into the unknown for us. But it's not even a good story, I guess.
Well, we just say things at work.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the Skiddly Diddly one. I don't remember. I think I just remember saying, I'll get on that Skiddly Diddly.
Well, no, it was like there was a box, remember? There was.
The box.
Hold on, and without going too into detail, there was. How do we describe this without saying what our jobs are? Should we bail on the story?
We'll
edit this out.
we'll edit this out. Yes.
At work,
There was a box. Skiddly Diddly was
The
born.
end.
That was it. Yeah, Skid Diddly.
all you guys need to know is that Skiddly Diddly exists.
Yes, and we did different variations of it, and I came up with one called Skid Diddly, the fastest gunslinger in the West.
There's Badoon Badoonki.
Yes, we told that story.
Yeah, we already told these stories. You guys can go back and listen to the throwback episodes.
Puda Little is my favorite. Puda Little.
Yeah, like put a little bit of something.
Puda Little on there.
I think basically what we're doing is we're creating a new language.
Yeah, we
that's
really
far
are.
superior to the English language. It's more efficient. It sounds better, and it's funnier.
Rolls
So,
off the tongue.
rolls off the tongue. Rolls off the tongue, dude.
What was it basically? How do you say it again?
A bakeksley?
Bakeksley? Bakeksley?
Bakeksley?
Hey, bakeksley?
Basketsley?
Like little kids talking. Like,
Basketsley?
basketsley? I'm just thirsty. I'm thirsty. I need a drink.
We should do an episode where we just talk like children the whole time.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I bet there's some weirdo that would get off to that. And his name is Ryan. Not me, the other one.
Oh, God, no.
Not you either, the other one.
The other one that's not on the podcast.
Yeah.
We all know that, Ryan.
Fucking Ryan. Ryan,
There's always two
Smith.
types of Ryans that I meet. And there's like the really cool ones, and then like the weird,
douchey ones.
Yeah, like the douchebags. Like the weird douchey ones.
yeah. It's a real fucking problem. Either be cool and be named Ryan, or change your name. Just kidding. I'm changing my name.
If you could change your name, what would you change it
Ass
to?
Blaster.
Ass Blaster? Is that your full name? Ass?
First name Ass, last name Blaster.
I would change my name to Papa Squat. Papa Squat. That's my rap name.
Papa Squat. You like Papa Roach.
I wonder why
Is
it's
that
called...
Cut My Life into Pieces?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that is. Cut my life.
So what is Papa Squat's version of that song?
I don't know. He's a rapper. He's Papa Squat.
Was he always sitting down?
He performs sitting down.
He's actually paralyzed.
That's...
Oh no.
haven't laughed that hard since I was a little girl.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I kind of want to edit that out, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Just edit that part out and just keep the laughing.
It'll just be something like completely nondescript.
Yeah, it's like a Papa Roach.
Yeah, what was his song?
So he just sits down at a concert?
It's like that's all he can do, man.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, let's see how we're doing here. Dude, we just hit 1 hour.
Hell yeah.
We got any topics?
I think I'm out.
I'm out. I gotta reload. Cover me. Watch my 6.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
No. The worst job I've ever had. I'm trying to figure out A, what that would be, and B, how to talk about it without offending somebody.
That's true.
I'll make up a job that would be the worst.
Yeah.
Being the guy who has to eat sand.
What? Is that it? Yeah, you said you'd make it up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a real job.
I know that people test dog food. Like there's people
who eat dog food?
Yeah. Dog food testers.
Well, that sounds like the best job.
Well, to be fair, I have eaten dog treats before. There's some dog treats.
Did you lose a bet or was that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, this
just Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon, didn't have any chips.
Did you get on all fours and like pant while you were eating them?
No, there were like some organic dog treats. That was
so
like
you were just curious.
I was just curious because I looked at the ingredients and I was like, "This is all stuff that people eat." So I took a bite.
Ingredients
Like, I don't even remember.
Salt.
No, not
flour.
It's like peanut butter and all this stuff.
Penis butter.
Penis butter. Penis butter.
That would be the worst job. Working at a penis butter factory.
Penis butter. I was gonna
This
ask.
fucking
I'm just not
podcast
gonna.
devolved. You're gonna ask what?
Nothing.
Where it comes from?
No, how it's.
Where does penis butter come from? We're editing this out for sure.
I was gonna say, how is it made?
How it's made? Today we're gonna be looking at penis butter.
Today on How It's Made, we're going to be looking at penis butter.
Dude, that show
It puts me to sleep every time.
freaks me out though. It's kind of like an acid trip.
It is.
It's like weirdly calm and kind of satisfying, but it's like, dude, I don't know. I don't fuck with it.
It's weird.
It's
every
weird.
time I watch it, I'm interested, but also uncomfortable.
And it's also like kind of devoid of any like
Yeah.
humanity.
It's the perfect show to dissociate to.
Yeah, because it's just so. Yeah, there's no character to it. That's what it is. There's no character. It's kind of lifeless.
Yeah.
Just like this podcast.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Should we do some more topics or should we wrap it up? This has been a whole hour episode, which I'm surprised. Remember when 30 minutes was hard for us?
Yeah, 20 minutes was hard for us.
You know what, guys? This just goes to show you, keep practicing and you still won't be able to do something well.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to do it for longer.
Yep, that's true. Who needs to be good when you can just do it for longer? Like life, you don't have to be good at it.
Fuck.
You almost fell.
You almost fell again, dude.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Just like life, dude. And that was a good joke, too. I could have stepped on it.
No, it's fine. It's like you don't have to do it good. You can
Just do it long.
Just do it longer.
You don't have to do it good. You just got to do it long.
Don't have to be good.
It's Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? Did you see his shit? He went on every podcast to promote his book. He was on Marin. He was on Rogan. He was on Tim Ferriss's podcast. He did Hot Ones. He was on fucking everything.
He should be on our podcast. He lives here.
He would probably be on our podcast if we asked him. I bet.
He's usually out and about.
I would just be like, hey man,
hey man,
just keep living. Yeah, all right. I would just be like, yeah.
all right,
yeah.
All right, yeah.
Like, I wanna
He's
talk
like,
to
yeah,
these
man,
guys.
I'll do your podcast.
Yeah, man, I'll do your podcast. Do I have to wear a shirt? We don't, so.
shirtless Matthew McConaughey in the corner smoking a joint. Not even on the podcast.
He doesn't even have a microphone.
No. You just hear him in the background. All right.
All right. Fuck, dude.
You just do like the ad libs and like sound effects.
It's lit. Matthew McConaughey ad libs.
Man, I wish I could get a job just doing ad libs for rappers. I love ad libs. Like I'm not a big fan of a lot of rap music, but the ad libs.
You listen to rap for the ad libs.
Sometimes, yeah, because they're fucking hilarious.
You're like, damn, wait for the end of this. Oh, that's so dope. The end of that
There's
line
this
where that
one
guy
song.
goes, yeah.
Yeah. Skirt, skirt. There's this one ad lib. It's a Denzel Curry song. It's called Ultimate, and the ad lib is based off the word esophagus. So it's like, in your esophagus. He's esophagus. And that's my favorite ad lib of all time.
Esophagus. That's the title of this episode.
Esophagus.
How would you even spell that?
Oh, I got something stuck in my sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus.
Oh.
Michael Finnegan. That's what I would change my name to.
Michael Finnegan.
Mike Finnegan.
Mike Finn.
Hey guys, I'm Mike Finnegan. Some might know me as Michael Finnegan Beginnigan.
Michael Finnegan the beginning.
Work at Bennigan's. Is that what that place is called?
Yeah, Bennigan's. I didn't know it was a real place. I really didn't. I've never heard of it.
It was a magical wonderland?
No, I only know about it because of South Park. There's an episode
where
Butters wants to go to Bennigan's. And
my grandma got food poisoning from a baked potato at a Finnegan's. I mean, Bennigan's.
Finnegan's, Bennigans.
Beginnigans. So, needless to say.
Have you ever eaten at that restaurant called Ryan's?
No.
It's like a buffet, I think.
No.
Dude,
I bet it's pretty shitty.
It's so bad.
Damn, man. It's not good for the namesake.
I know. We should open up our own buffet.
It's just baked lays.
Just baked lays. Baked lays and fucking ranch.
Baked lays, ranch,
potatoes,
carrots, fried Oreos, fried okra, oatmeal, cake,
oat cakes,
oat cake,
okay. I love using words.
Oat cake, bakeksley.
Oat cake, bakeksley. I love using words that sound like other words. Like I used to do this thing where I would say "dat salsa" instead of saying "that's awesome," and no one ever really caught on.
Oh yeah,
it's like "dat salsa," man.
Or like the thanks, man. I always say eggs, man.
Eggs, man. Or
eggs.
What is? Wait, what did we just say?
We said salsa.
No, salsa. That salsa.
Y'all got any salsa?
You got any of that salsa? You guys doing that salsa dancing?
Funny.
The funny. That needs to be
I don't think like a southern accent would say salsa. I think that's like a northeast thing.
Yeah, that is.
Salsa.
Hey,
y'all
you guys got any of that
salsa?
salsa?
Y'all doing that salsa dancing?
Salsa dancing?
Doing that salsa dancing?
Salsa.
You like southern? You lose the syllable.
Yeah,
salsa dance.
Salsa.
Salsa dance.
Dollar
dance. Y'all doing that dollar dancing?
Dollar dancing. You stripping?
Strip clean.
So
y'all
what are
doing
you?
That dollar dancing over there?
I'm gonna call stripping dollar dancing. So basically, you're a dollar. So basically, you're a dollar dancer.
We should have a dollar dancer on the show. Dude, we should start interviewing like
just random people.
Yeah.
I literally thought about just going up to people and be like, "Hey, we have a podcast. You seem interesting.
Get the fuck away from me." No, we should like go to places that like we should become Popeye.
Popeye.
No, I was gonna say we should go to like, if you go to a coffee shop frequently, go to like the barista, be like, hey, would you want to be on a podcast to talk about your life?
Yeah, just like find the most mundane job.
Yeah.
And do it.
Mundane. Well, let's go ahead and insult them.
Not saying baristas. I'm just saying.
Yeah, then we'll have them on. We'll be like, yes, we were just trying to have mundane people on the podcast. You fit the bill, so.
Normal. We just have normal people that we don't know.
Well, just everyday people. Like, we don't have to have fucking Matthew McConaughey. Fuck Matthew McConaughey. We don't need to have him on the podcast.
Oh,
we could, well, hopefully we do someday. But we have to have people that people can relate to.
Yeah.
You know? Like we'll order a Domino's pizza and we'll have the guy come back here and record an hour-long episode.
Just go back to work and get fired.
But at least he'll get the check from our show.
Yeah.
Which will be huge. And existent.
Hey, man, we'll make you a ham sandwich or something. You want a ham sandwich and a Perrier?
You a turkey and Swiss on rye or what, buddy? Living large over here. Should we hit any more topics? I think this feels good. A good place to wrap. Cool. Well, why don't we do some... Well, hold on. That felt like a really weird ending. I don't know how to end
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know, but, it felt good. I'm glad we were able to do this without a guest. We can still do it.
Yeah, it feels a lot more natural this time around.
Yeah.
We're getting our flow.
I think so. Eventually, we were saying we're just going to keep doing this, and then we'll find an episode. We'll choose an episode to just start at, and then delete all the other ones. Pretend like it's our first episode.
Just rename them and everything.
Yeah, and all the people that are like, didn't you guys have 20 other episodes? Would be like, what the fuck are you
only
talking
have 5.
about? You guys, and then give people like complete.
We should.
Whatever that is. I don't even know
just once we find the perfect episode to use as what's the word?
We get another part where I can't talk anymore.
yeah, like a
word,
template.
word. Template, yeah.
Template. Word. So bakeksley. So once we find that episode that is our template, we'll just take them all off and then just put them on a random website.
Yeah.
And that only people who...
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, that'll be our OnlyFans.
OnlyFans account. All of the weird B-roll episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta hire a guy that'll do like a super edit of all these episodes. And his name is John Cena.
I was gonna say Robert Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson.
It was.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Okay. But thank you guys for listening. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MMAR Podcast. Send us tweets and comment on our stuff and tell us what you like and what you don't like. And it doesn't have to be about the podcast. Just tell us stuff you don't like. Like, my neighbor's dog shits in my yard all the time. And then we'll be like, we'll probably ignore you.
But there's a chance we won't. So send it.
No, I don't think we ignore people.
We would never ignore any of our fans.
No, if anyone actually tweeted at us, then we'd probably talk to them.
Yeah.
And then have them on the
Definitely,
podcast.
guys, send us some messages. Send us some voicemails. Like, you can do it.
You can do it.
Your voice can be on this show.
Yeah.
And you can be famous.
Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. It's at MMAR Podcast. And if you really like us, donate some money to us so we can keep this podcast going. Probably get some merchandise to sell you guys. So give us the money so we can use
all
the money.
All the money that comes in goes back into the fucking podcast.
Yeah, so the money you give us, we get stuff for you.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Hey, thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. This has been a great time. My name's Ryan. His name's Ryan. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. What is it again? Oh, yeah.
MMAR podcast.
Oh, it's at MMAR.
MMAR podcast.
It's at John Mayer podcast. Don't forget to follow us at MMAR. Dude, I keep throwing in an extra M.
MMAR podcast.
That's an outtake for sure.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for listening to the. Okay, I want to do it in a New York accent.
Okay, do
it's fun. Thank you for listening to the. I can't fucking.